My topic for the day is revolution at the bottom of the pyramid. A revolution which I hope happens. We are in the stage of what you call fourth industrial revolution. It's about 300 years from the time first industrial revolution had taken place, and we have entered what we call is cyberspace age. High-speed internet, IT, analytics and artificial intelligence, robotics, mobile technology, automation, big data, cloud, and IoT, all of these has combined into a new beast, which is creating tremor in the society, is creating the biggest disruption that has happened in history of mankind. Disruption in both business as also in personal lives. Quantum advancement of robotics and analytics, it seems, has a potential of automating half of the workplace tasks by 2025. Robots alone will replace 800 million jobs in the next few years. Electric cars are already working. Driverless cars are getting experimented in San Francisco. So the long-haul truck drivers, taxi drivers, delivery people, their jobs are at stake. So are the jobs of customer service people, healthcare, warehouse, assembly line manufacturing, all such jobs which is dependent on average cognitive skill and manual content are in danger to be eliminated. And this technology is not oil. It is not finite. It is not depletable. It is infinite. Unending data, huge storage power, and infinite processing speed is the basis of this particular technology, which is at our doorsteps. Oxford Marketing Program of Technology did a study, and they came up that only 0.5% job that has been created between 2000 and 2013 did not exist in the last millennium. They are predicting that in the next few years, 170 million jobs in G7 alone will vanish. There is an urgent need to look at the social context. A lot of economists, political leaders are recommending universal basic income scheme till we are in a position to fathom what's happening. The change is immense. Now let's get to India. 65% of our offshoring job globally rests in India. 40% of our business processing jobs globally rests in India. And the studies are indicating about 69%, I don't know how they make studies like this, have danger to be eliminated in near future. A little history. In 60s, when computers were getting introduced in the country, a lot of intellectuals, people in the left, were scaremongering. They're telling us jobs will not exist. We still went ahead and introduced computers. In about 10 to 15, 20 years, we realized, no, computers haven't really taken away jobs. They have instead created more jobs and opportunities. Come 90s, based on a phenomena called Y2K, we Indians entered the field of technology services, IT services, and steadily moved our way up the value chain. And a country of snake charmers suddenly became a global tech player. Come today, there is a robot named SAM 100, semi-automatic Mason 100. That robot is made in New Jersey, and it's in a position to lay 3,000 bricks against a human capacity of 500. Just imagine the consequence. Add to this, look at the political scenario worldwide. Western Europe, there is a rise of right-wing forces, excepting in Finland, where the communists have been elected the other day. UK, there is a Brexit. USA, suddenly the leaders of globalization is turning protectionist. The mainstream population in West is feeling cheated. They're suddenly realizing that all the benefits of globalization has been taken away by the Ivy League, Oxbridge guys from their country and new age Sino-Indian techie immigrants. And they have been left high and dry. Political leadership there is using protectionism as a political tool to satisfy their mainstream population and media. Is this challenge surmountable? I, for one, is a die-hard optimist. I believe in the last 10,000 years history of Homo sapiens, every tomorrow has been better than yesterday. So things have to be sorted out. Come, let's get to India. In India, I'll look at that section of population which is on a challenge. We are going to be, in the next few years, the world's most populous country. We'll overtake China. We're also going to be world's most young country. The youngest population in the world will be in India. Indophiles call it demographic dividend. Skeptics call it demographic disaster. We have a 55 to 65, depending on how you measure it, percentage of population who are based on the firm land, and they are just producing 17% of GDP in the country. 80%, there are 140 million small landholders in the country who have very little access to markets other than local markets. 80% of this population holds less than 2 hectare land per head. 62% do not have any irrigation system. Their yield is 40% of global standard. Their gross value addition is 50% of global averages. Firmer value realization is 20 to 30% against global average of 50 to 60%. Mechanization is at a level of 30 to 40% against global average of 90%. Food processing is just about 15% against global average of 30 to 40%. Does this look very, very dismal? Look at e-commerce. E-commerce is a latest buzz in the country because of this entire technology revolution. But e-commerce is really not adding much value in the whole system. It's not creating a lot of value. It's really doing what is known as disintermediation. Think about it. A few years hence, we will be a $5 trillion economy. At today's 17% average, that economy will produce about $850 billion of value from agriculture. If you can increase it by 50%, we will be adding $425 billion into the system. That's a huge opportunity. Now look at the ground realities. Over the last 2 decades, a lot of changes have been taking place slowly and steadily. And suddenly these are producing some results, palpable results. Internet has spread its wings all over the country. I was the other day in Himachal Pradesh. Photo optic fiber has gone into the villages there. Mobile connectivity, mobile power, which is a revolution which has taken place in India, has spread its wings everywhere and is still increasing. And interestingly, 50% video content in the rural area compared to 70% video content in the urban area. YouTube is increasing its footprint by 800 million in the next few years. Of that, 50% will be in rural India. Aadhaar is a reality. All of us are connected to Aadhaar, and it's facilitating direct benefit transfer. 350 million Jan Dhan accounts have been created. APMCs are getting dismantled. ENAMs, this National Agricultural Market, is getting ready, connecting 7,000 plus mandis, giving access of market to the farmers. Digitization has started getting in. It's leading to disintermediation and Uberization. Today, a villager is in a position to access seeds at a very competitive price from the internet. He is in a position to rent, hire his farm equipment and tractors in the market through the net. He can get weather forecast, he can get disease forecast. Mobile agri advisory is available today. He can check prices local, remote, even global level, because internet does not differentiate between countries. And the moment he does it in global level, there would be a pressure on the government to free this market from its current control. Look at the payments world of payments. Bheem, UPI, these are Indian products, growing immensely, and also has been able to cut down on transaction cost from the multinationals between 3.5% to sub 100 basic points. New startups in this domain are coming in: Kalguri, Kheti Next, Agristar. They are creating transaction history for the farmers, which will eventually facilitate financial institutions to deliver credit. Look at the political context. You have Ayushman Bharat, telemedicines are operating. One political party is committing 25 lakh crores investment in agricultural sector in the next 5 years. The other is committing 72,000 rupees per family on a direct benefit transfer. Suddenly the things have changed hell of a lot. Technological support is available. What we are lacking is the ability for the participants to utilize this, how they do it, because we have a whole lot of people, young people, who are not educated enough to do this. And for this to happen, what we need to give the farmers access to market, access to money credit, legal framework, and access and ability to utilize education. Now, legislation and other things are getting worked out very well. The challenge remains in education. Sugata Mitra was a techie in Delhi. He was coming out of his office every day and used to see slum children playing around doing nothing. He hit an idea. He is a TED awardee. He put 2 computers in the wall, which is known as hole-in-the-wall computer. Only the screen is visible with a mouse and internet connectivity. To cut the long story short, in 3 months' time, he suddenly realized that those children who are uneducated, street children, knows how to operate computers, knows how to access information all around. He realized that this is the power of broadband, collaboration, and a bit encouragement. This is converting those kids into relevant education. He created something which is known as, his product is known as SOUL, Self-Organized Leading Environment. I also name one more Indian, Banker Roy. Banker Roy, I don't know if any one of you have heard about him. He's got something called a Barefoot College in Rajasthan, where he's been able to convert uneducated ladies from the villages into the best solar power engineers in the world. Basically, what it proves that a bunch of inquisitive, what the kids have, the kids are inquisitive in nature. And what these ladies have, the immense desire to prove to the world that we can do it. And they can. Now, if these 2 can be combined with this particular model of broadband, collaboration and encouragement, it can produce such wonders. And for us, this population, this young population of India, uneducated from the villages, they only have one big thing, which is aspiration. They have this aspiration from television, from mobile, from everywhere. They want to go up the ladder. What do you really, and today, these guys are traveling thousands of miles into a different linguistic area to earn little more money for their families. What you need is to create that magnet back home. And if we can combine these 2 and create that magnet, a revolution is awaiting. I have a very strong feeling that if this both can be garnered, once you can do it, this group can be aggregators of buying. And the possibility of, I'm sure all of us have heard of Milk Revolution of Dr. Kurian. There Dr. Kurian was a visionary. Here I see internet broadband and aspiration as the visionaries which can make sure that these farmers can come back and see the benefit of creating cooperatives and convert this into a different movement altogether. My friends, I too believe that India's human power, independent of big external support and harnessing the power of technology, will take us to new heights. It only has to happen. Thank you very much.